Hey everyone, what's up? It's Ellie here. Um, I mean, you can see the countdown, you can read the title, you know why I clicked on the video. We've got some mega Bethesda news, and it's just like so exciting because Oblivion was like the first like PC RPG, my first Bethesda title. It was my first, like, I'm not gonna say my first PC game because I played The Sims and I played Team Fortress 2. They were like my first kind of PC games, but Oblivion is like the game that started it all for me. I'd been like a casual gamer, I had PS2 and all that jazz, but like this is like the first mega open world, like this started it for me. This is what roped me in and really got me playing video games and exploring the world much further than what I had only really kind of found on my own. I was quite young. I was like around 11 when a friend of my brother's and kind of advised gifted us a copy, or gifted him a copy, but inadvertently was also mine. And it was just a really heartwarming and amazing experience to come together. We were both sitting at the computer desk, and so was our mum as well, and we loaded up this game and watched the cinematic intro for the first time together. And it was just like such a moment for me. Like, it makes me so emotional because it was so, like, it just had us hook, line and sinker from the beginning, like without even touching gameplay. Like just that cinematic intro and like being introduced to a world that was just so interesting and different, and it was like watching a movie but being in the movie, and it was amazing. Sorry, I'm kind of like already crying. But it really meant so much to me, and I think about that moment a lot. Oblivion is an amazing game, and yeah, it just really introduced so much to me. And yeah, I played the shit out of it. I played the shit out of it. So did my brother. And you know, we make these jokes and these memes about, you know, I wish we lost our memory so we could play these games again for the first time. And, you know, I don't know exactly if this is like a remake or a remaster or what's going on here, but just to be able to see the game again with like fresh eyes, and not like Skyrim Special Edition, or whatever the first one was, fresh eyes. Like, I mean like really fresh eyes. Like I haven't played the game in so long. It's always tempting to go back and start the beginning again and kind of get into it, and then it's so much like nostalgia, but to really like almost feel like I'm seeing things for the first time again, that like drive to like see the new things, like the way that they look. And I don't know how much of the game is being changed, but like to kind of have that experience again is just... 1 second. To have that experience again is just like... yeah. Like, there's things I got to experience with fresh eyes in The Elder Scrolls Online, and I love The Elder Scrolls Online for that, but this is just gonna be on the level that we all wanted. And the fact that this was just... like, I've been avoiding X, Twitter, whatever, like the plague. I'm barely on there. As you guys know, you probably have noticed, I'm barely on there, mostly because there's just so many game leaks, and it just kind of sucks to have the magic taken away from you sometimes. And I'm probably gonna jump back on X now that I know that what's going on when I see this, and but you know, I had been seeing posts about this, and I wasn't quite sure what to think and believe, and it kind of got to a point where I kind of went, okay, yeah, this is happening, and it was just a matter of waiting, and here it is. Yeah, some big stuff. I have to be honest with you guys, I'm not watching it live. I couldn't stay up. I'm a lot older than I used to be. And whilst I was almost up for it, I just couldn't exactly make it. So I got out from bed and jumped on as soon as I could, so that I could watch this fresh before much was spoiled for me. I'm very hungry also. I haven't had breakfast. I just literally got out of bed and got ready and jumped in front of the screen, and I just can't wait to see this. I have my sweet roll and I am ready. No one is taking this from me. Okay. Trust. I will hold this close. I want to see the Adoring fan. I'm sure we will. I mean, obviously. I want to see Martin. I want to see the Emperor. I wonder if we'll see... I don't know about that. How much is spoilers? Like, this game has been out for a while. What counts as a spoiler? You know? There are some things. There are some things I'd love to see what they look like. I guess I gotta play. I wonder when we get to play. Oh god. Oblivion gates. They're gonna look sick. I want to see what all the demons, monsters, whatever, you know, what they look like. Daedric, kind of, yeah. I'm so excited. I wonder if I can, like, I wonder how much of the mechanics have been changed. Can I just, like, can I get my Khajiit to, like, be able to jump across multiple rooftops at a time? Oh my god. And the custom spell making. We're almost there. Oh. We're almost there. Yeah, the Elder Scrolls really triggered something in me that day. And I remember playing the shit out of Oblivion and then feeling like, I don't know what's next. I was young, like I didn't really know how to, like, exactly Google for things specifically yet, or like I didn't have any social accounts, so like I didn't like follow gaming news. So I remember I finished Oblivion and I went to my local EB Games and I said, what's next? What do I play next? Like, I loved the shit out of this game. Yeah. It was... I didn't know. And what actually prompted this was not long after I had really, like, finished Oblivion and in as much as I possibly could or thought I did, or I don't know. I like watched my older brother play a game for the first time, like literally start the game, be in Doc Mitchell's house and creating his character and stuff, and well, New Vegas. And I was like, this game is exactly what I want, but it's different. Like, it's completely different from, like, Oblivion. New Vegas kind of held me over. And then it was from then that I had discovered the Fallout series, obviously. And, again, now I kind of had a bit more of an idea of exactly what I wanted in a video game. And I was just, yeah, it kind of just snowballed. Like, Oblivion really showed me what I like. And I feel like almost without that experience of being gifted a game like that, like, who knows what kind of gamer I would have been, what kind of games I would have gotten into. Like, would I have just stayed with the occasional FPS and stayed a console gamer? Like, I don't know. Crazy to think about. Wow, we're almost there. We are so close. I'm not gonna lie, I could have just skipped all this, but I really wanted to, like, just talk a little bit about how I was feeling, and the countdown, I think, was fitting for that, so. Oh, 20 seconds. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god, Shea Glorap. We're gonna see. Ah! I'm so excited. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
The others, they were taken to the tower. They're behind us. This ends here.
You hold our future in your hands. Take with you my blessings and the hope
So
of the
epic.
Empire. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Remastered. Oblivion Remaster is real.
Here we are 20 years later. When you think about the Elder Scrolls, to us it goes beyond game franchise.
Yeah, it's the DNA of Bethesda Game Studios.
Obviously, we're working on the 6th chapter here, but what's great about the Elder Scrolls is being able to look back at all of the chapters. Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, Daggerfall, Arena. Each of them try to define role-playing games and open-world games for their generation.
Fans got so connected with the worlds we've made and these stories we're
Oh
telling.
my god,
and
it's
really
so
amazing.
old.
Oblivion was a real defining moment in the series and for how we make games as a studio.
Look at that glow.
I think when it comes to a remaster, We want people to
I hope they
feel
integrate some of
the way
that
they
glow,
did
you
then,
know?
but it's still
Not
a game
Oblivion without the
of
glow.
its time. You want to keep those bones in place. You want some of that old charm.
Coming back to Oblivion now with this tremendous visual update is absolutely amazing. It's the world I remember, but better.
There's so much there, both for the Elder Scrolls world and also this evolution of our games, I think is really, really important for people to take a look back at.
Looking back and seeing everything we've accomplished in the past
What?
20 years and
Hold
working
on.
with these people, like, it's really special.
I hope I'm watching this in a good...
Yeah, there are still quite a few
Hold on. Let's change it out of
that I've worked
auto.
with for that long.
Because, like,
it
holy
sort of
crap,
gave me the
I
warm
just can't
fuzzies.
believe how...
Oh my god, it's been 20 years? I think the thing that gets
my
me the
thing
most
still
is the
hovering,
music.
yeah.
Like when you hear that music
Play
at the
it.
main menu,
Okay.
there's just like
Oh my god,
this,
hearing
like,
that for the first time.
flood of nostalgia.
I can't.
Oblivion is the beginning of who I am. As an individual, as a game developer, it all starts with it.
I don't even think it took me till release to realize how big this was.
People loved it. Like, they loved it.
Such a key moment in our history of making games and the evolution of how we build these worlds, and having players be able to come back and experience that is really amazing. We had that really special moment of coming out into the world for the first time, what that meant to this game.
Every time we think about Oblivion, it's, what if we could give that moment to everybody again?
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see.
Oh my god. Wow.
Whether you're reliving these moments or experiencing them for the first time, the world of Oblivion Remastered immediately looks and feels incredible. When we decided to remaster Oblivion, we were really picky about finding the right partner. From the very beginning of this project, we had one rule. We weren't going to do this if we weren't going to be able to do it right. Our partners at Virtuos went above and beyond to bring our vision to life. The care and love they've poured into the Oblivion Remaster has been absolutely breathtaking.
Welcome to Paris, and welcome to Virtuos. Our team here has been hard at work delivering the best remastered Oblivion experience possible.
Why are like the most
We've worked with
amazing
Bethesda Game Studios
developers
and other
all in
projects in the
Paris?
past,
They're all
so
in
we know
France.
what makes that team and their games special.
We wanted to make the remaster more friendly to gamers with modern hardware. This is Oblivion in its most complete
Wow.
form.
About time someone got here. Huzzah!
That looks
Those
amazing.
familiar with only some Elder Scrolls lore will now be able to experience the events
That's like
that set the
sunlight
stage
though,
for
like
Skyrim.
that warmth.
You embark on an epic journey to stop the Mythic Dawn cult.
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
From
They
unleashing
kind
the
of still
Daedric
look a little
Prince of
funny if they're
Destruction.
like,
What was the Oblivion Crisis? What happened to the previous Emperor of
oh my
Cyrodiil?
god.
Why are there only 8 divines instead of 9? In addition to the core game, the remaster contains all add-ons, including story expansions, Shivering
Osama?
Isles, and Knights of the Nine, so you get the full experience.
On a personal
Of
level,
course, if
it
they
was
didn't
really
have,
important
like,
to me to ensure that we're
the
preserving
Shivering
the
Isles, Knights of
magic
the Nine,
the
I-
original experience. At the end of the day, we're all fans too.
This is a dream project for me, right? I'm a fan. I have been always a fan.
Well, I played Oblivion for perhaps 10,000 hours.
Oblivion was my
Wow.
first Elder Scrolls game, and it was one of the games that made me want to be a game developer.
The best way to describe it would be to call it a love letter.
You will find your own path, but there will be blood and death before the end.
Man. That looks
The
great.
technology we used to create the original was cutting edge at the time, but tools have come a long way since then.
I mean, it doesn't really have as much of that glow, which kind of sucks in a way, but
The original
it
Oblivion
does look
is
great.
still the heart and soul of the remaster, but we use Unreal Engine 5 to help achieve all our visual goals. We think of the Oblivion game engine as the brain and Unreal 5 as the body. The brain drives all the world logic and gameplay, and the body brings to life the experience that players have loved for almost 20 years.
But it's not just about pure fidelity. We knew we had to preserve the distinct style, making it as uniquely Oblivion as possible.
The brush opens a portal into the painting. You're stuck here like I am.
Oh, I fucking love it.
A wonderful place. Good for a visit. Or eternity.
We've leveraged nearly every major feature from the latest version of Unreal 5.
Our goal was to push the visuals to the next level using the latest technologies. We created brand new, highly detailed models and stunning landscapes that use millions of polygons in each asset, allowing us a truly impressive level of detail in the
So
world.
pretty.
Every single asset in this game was completely redesigned and handcrafted.
And you know
from
what? It
scratch.
doesn't look like a,
We
you know,
implemented
it
an
looks
advanced
good, but it doesn't,
real-time lighting
it has its
system
own
that accurately
unique
simulates how light
personality
interacts with the
still.
environment. This results in more realistic lighting and atmospheric effects. While the original game had limited dynamic shadows, now the entire world reacts naturally to light.
Wow.
We used an incredible new lip sync technology that really enhanced performance in our characters.
He left us a warning. Heed it.
And real tools helped us create
Wes
the base
just
mesh of
playing
our
every
characters.
character in
From there,
Oblivion.
our artists sculpt each race individually to adapt it to the mesh,
Ah.
allowing us to share the
Look at
model,
details.
rig, and textures. As a result, all races, including Argonians, Orcs, and Khajiits, are built on the same base mesh, making the lip sync system more effective even when the characters have very different facial features.
Welcome to the guild.
We have access to so many
It's almost a little bit Elder
You'll see
Scrolls
them in something
Online-y,
as simple as running through a forest.
which I don't know how
Insects flying around,
people feel
fish
about
swimming
that,
in the water,
but I don't know.
light filtering through the leaves. Thanks to these technological advances, you feel even more immersed in this living, breathing world. You'll really believe you're in Cyrodiil.
I believe you can handle a more complicated assignment. I would like you to retrieve a carved panel from the central chamber of the High Fane.
Oh.
It's not just visuals that we've modernized in the remaster. It's gameplay. It's UI and UX. It's
Wow.
audio.
No more
We've
mods for
updated
UI.
features and systems across the board.
We've changed the approach to leveling, which I think will make a lot of people happy. It's inspired by the leveling systems of both Oblivion and Skyrim, so it's the best of both worlds.
I think some quality of
We were
life
able to
was
fully
needed.
recreate the character models, creating a physicality that feels more human. You see that in places like combat animations, where there's a lot more separation between the upper and lower body, and all the animations have more flourish.
No, not Bambi.
Combat in the original Oblivion didn't have sound effects,
Holy
visual effects,
shit.
or hit reactions. Now
This-
you'll get
when you
blood
see them
spots,
side by side, it's
sparks,
just
and controller feedback. You know, it's a little thing, but little things add up to make the combat more modern.
oh
and
my
engaging.
god, look at him. Right.
There's a proper third-person perspective now. The original had third-person, but there was no crosshair, and we felt the experience could be modernized. One of our goals was to have a third-person view that compared to Starfield in terms of playability. Now, the third-person perspective has all the same control you get from the first-person view.
You have my ear, citizen.
When Oblivion first launched,
greetings.
And actually,
how goes it? How are you?
The storage limits meant we couldn't have unique voiceovers for all the races. So we've gone back and recorded new lines of dialogue. Each race represented in the game now sounds unique.
Can't stand the sight of those creatures.
We also made sure to keep in all of the quirkier dialogue.
I really like the way they say hello. Sometimes it's so random, and then they just, hi there.
Hi there.
But it's like so nice and creepy at the same time.
Stop! You violated the law. Stop! You violated the law.
Stop, criminal scum.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Cheese for everyone.
Cheese for everyone! We are going to steal one of the Elder Scrolls from the Imperial Palace. You need to find the reading room.
I like how there are certain characters they haven't changed
Do not speak to the priests.
their
They're blindfolded.
voice.
I've chosen you because you are the best. Good luck.
Like on purpose.
Stop! You violated the law. Your stolen
It's
goods
so
are now
weird to hear it
forfeited
in a different
and paid
voice.
with your blood.
As games have developed over the past 20 years, players have come to expect a certain suite of tools and controls.
Like sprinting. Sprinting is an interesting one because there was such a big debate internally among our teams. Some of us were absolute purists, but ultimately, we decided it's 2025 and people are going to want to sprint. In fact, all of the character locomotion has been completely redone from scratch, and that has a huge impact from the very beginning of the game.
Every single updated or new feature was implemented with the player in mind.
Look at
It all
the
comes
UI.
down to what makes Oblivion, Oblivion. What are those features that just immediately come to mind for players when they think of the game?
The mini games are the mini games. Those are so iconic.
I'm finding that that is a trend.
How's it go again?
A little bit less yellow.
You can put a fresh coat of paint on it, but you can't change it too much because it's part of the core experience.
I love it.
Whether you're returning to Cyrodiil or you're a newcomer,
I'm going to follow you and watch you and worship the ground
Aww, he's so cute.
It just feels
But he
better.
has less yellow hair.
We've modernized a lot,
Come on,
but it's still the
Starfield
same
he had yellow
incredible
hair.
adventure and the same carefully handcrafted world.
Could have still had yellow hair.
Well, it's about time. Do you know how long we've been waiting?
I wonder if it's a change within the character creator. They couldn't give him his yellow
Oblivion
hair.
is a core part of the story of
But
Bethesda
it's made
Game
him unique, I
Studios.
guess.
None
You
of
see
what we're
the
surrounded
plush?
by right now would be here if we hadn't made that game and if it hadn't been the success that it was. The effort that we put into it, the sort of the love that went into it, I think that comes across on the screen.
To have worked on something that people care enough where you're in a position where you can remaster it, it's a privilege.
And now, to help introduce this game to a new generation of players, I feel so lucky.
I really think that people, when they jump back into the remaster, they're going to be shocked at just how good the game looks.
Yeah.
The Oblivion gates look
So
absolutely
different.
incredible, and I think they're just going to find themselves lost in the world.
Even if it's just the music, for example, just walking around for half an hour in the world, you feel something, and that's precious.
You're going back to a world that you've been to before, but it's better somehow. Like, it's an intangible thing, but it's like, it's new, it's fun, like it's exciting again.
But it's ultimately the same game. There was a lot of respect
Yes,
for
an
what
adoring
was before,
fan.
and I think the fans will appreciate that.
Very sneakily
From
in the
all of us
background.
at Bethesda Game Studios
and Virtuos,
we want to thank you for joining us today. Oblivion has a very special place in my heart, and being able to work on this remaster and bring it to a new generation of players has been an incredible experience. We were too excited to get it in your hands and didn't want to just show it off to you and then make you have to wait. The best part of my job is that I get to be the one to announce that the Oblivion Remaster will be available today.
was born 87 years ago.
Oh my god, I have to work today.
But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. This is the 27th of last seed. The year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. This is only the beginning. Worse is yet to come.
My god.
Looks clear.
Looks clear. Don't spoil it.
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
Who now will save us from the coming darkness? Here you must find your own path.
Have we seen Martin yet? Did they show Martin? I guess that's a spoiler, maybe.
Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Oh my god. Today. Wow, okay, so we get like a full... I might not record all of that, but... Oh... Can we just... Hold on. I want to skip to the temple. Is that... Where is that? Is that... I want to see if you see him. Hold on. Oh god. I'm so... Like, it's not even like... It's out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why am I... I just, like, don't know where to start. Like, I just don't know. I need to get things done today. And then I can play. Oh my god. I feel like I'm a kid who wants to call in sick to school. That is... Where is it? Is that that must be it. I don't know. I just want to see Cloud Ruler Temple. Yeah, that's him, boy. That's definitely him right there on the right. Yeah. Hold on. What am I up to? 3528? Do we see a lot of glass? Yeah, that's glass. That looks great. It looks a little bit more green. Am I looking at a different armor maybe? I feel like glass is a lot more blue tinge, but it could just be different in this game. That like, oh boy. I'm gonna have to record my actual reaction to playing this game for the first time in so long. I think it does. It looks so different, but in like a good way. It does lose a little bit of its charm because I think half of it was just the color and like that the world it was just iconic because of the way it looked. So I feel like maybe it does lose a little bit of that magic, but like in a way it also looks honest. Like it looks like how it really would have looked if it was made today. It's not, I'm just skipping around like very randomly, but like the white gold tower. Hold on, I can see it in my preview and then it doesn't like pause in the right spot. Like, look at that. Like it's not as white gold as it really is in the original, but I do feel like it looks honest. It looks like what Oblivion would have looked like if it was made today. It has a unique, it still looks unique. And you're not far from Skyrim. Like, you're not far from that whole area where it starts to bleed into maybe a discussion of, does Oblivion just look like Skyrim? And that's annoying. Like, I'm really interested to see what people's thoughts are on this. Like, for me, I'm just happy with what I'm given. Like, I'm genuinely just excited that we got a remaster and that we can kind of see the game again with fresh eyes and not have as many technical issues with our computers trying to play the game. Like, I remember there was a point where it was just almost impossible to ever get a great experience out of Oblivion on our PCs without some form of intervention. But also, like, just to see a lot of quality of life things as well that have usually been modded in. I'm not like a massive modder. Like, I don't really want to mod my games. Like, I'm a bit of a, like, not a purist, but like, I don't know. I just feel like I would love to experience everything without mods first. But there are some quality of life things that I think just should be stock standard. And that improved, like, categorization with your inventory and all that sort of thing is just absolutely we needed to have. And I can't wait to see more of it and get to play around with more of it. I'm a little disappointed by the Adoring Fan having, like, more brown hair. Especially when, even in, like, Starfield, he had, like, the shockingly blonde hair, I think. Yeah, I'm not remembering him wrong, right? Starfield wasn't that long ago. I'm pretty sure he did yellow hair. Yeah, he did. They did do it. So I kind of, like, I'm a little bit bummed, but that could just literally be a technical thing where, like, you can't give your character that yellow hair, so therefore maybe characters in the game can't. But I don't know. I feel like he should have yellow hair. That if we're gonna be creating new mods for this Oblivion, I think having a more yellow hair for the Adoring Fan is probably going to be one of the first mods. I'm not going to lie. Oh, and I can't wait to play through, like, the arena sequence again and walk around Kvatch. Like, walking around Kvatch for the first time is, I don't know, it's so haunting, isn't it? Like, this was kind of my first time in a game where I was, you know, experiencing kind of like that warfare and, like, the grief and, like, losing a place. And it's going to be so much more detailed and, like, eerier and scarier, hopefully, you know, like, gosh. Anyway, okay, I'm sorry I don't offer that much insight into things, and I feel like I wasn't really being too chatty about it all, but, like, you see my face, like, I'm happy, and I'd really like to know your thoughts too. let me know what you think. Like, did you play Oblivion, or were you kind of late to the game? Like, are you a bit younger than me maybe, and like tried to play Oblivion after you had played Skyrim and like played through it a bit and like kind of got the gist but just never finished it? Like, you know, let me know what your thoughts. Do you think, are you really keen to jump in? Have you started playing yet? Like, have you started playing yet? Because this has been out for a little while now. I mean, it's going straight in my downloads. But anyway, yeah. Oh God, I can't wait to get back into it after work. Should I stream it? I don't know. Oh God, these are thoughts I should be having later. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm really, really appreciative that you come by and check me out after all these years. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna go call in sick to work. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm very busy today. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.